So my number 10 would be this song here, Therefore I Am by Billie Eilish. So this was a song that came out not too long ago. It was in the late 2020 part of it, but I first saw the music video, which was a pleasant surprise, seeing Billie walking around in a shopping mall all by herself, enjoying, you know, free food and free whatever. That's not the reason why I like the song. The song is very upbeat. It has a nice funky beat rhythm to it as well. But it's definitely a grower. It's definitely a grower one. But I do see this being in my top 5 if I keep listening to it at the same rate I do over the next month or two. So my number 9 would be this song here, Baby I'm Jealous, featuring Doja Cat by BB Rexa. Again, this was more of a surprise upload I just saw on YouTube, checked it out, and yes, the music video is a bit bizarre. It was enjoyable, but I really liked the song. It was extremely catchy. I think with BB, I don't really listen to her songs quite a lot, but I checked out Expectations, which was her first full debut album, and there were some nice pop elements to it, but I just didn't really get along with that album overall. Some songs were a good standout, but seeing Baby I'm Jealous has a lead single for her second album, which is still untitled until now, this really just made me think, okay, she's doing something different. She's saying lyrics that are very honest. So she talks about eating whatever she wants whenever she feels hungry, and there's a certain expectation for women, whether you're in the entertainment industry or not, that they have to have a certain look and they have to be on a certain diet. And I don't feel that they should be looked at that in that way. Not anymore. We're in the 21st century. So seeing those kind of lyrics, it's kind of empowering for women out there. Doja Cat, of course, changed the song in a completely different level. It was more of a rap sort of verse that she had rather than singing. Overall, definitely I loved it. I definitely have heard it 50 times by now. So number 8 is the song Hallucinate by Dua Lipa. So Dua Lipa released her full-length album, second album of this year, and it was fantastic. I loved Future Nostalgia as an album overall, and this was one of those album tracks which wasn't released as a single at that point when the album came out. And when I heard it, I was thinking, what a huge step up from her first album. She had big singles like New Rules and It Gaff from her first album, which was self-titled. But with this one, each song was different, and each song had its own sort of flow. They're all very pop and mainstream pop, yes. But this just hit me in a very different way. And I've been listening to the song quite some time right now. And I definitely feel that Dua Lipa has changed her game. She's definitely the modern queen of pop. And she has proved this song to be, one of the best album tracks this year. Not only that, I think with the number of people that were listening to this song and how much attention it was getting, she released this as the official single this year as well. So it's great to see, so much love for an album track to become an official single track as well, and to get a lot of radio play at the same time. So I'm really, really impressed by the song, and stay tuned. There is one more Dua Lipa song in this top 10 as well. My number 7 would be the song Blinding Lights with Rosalia, the remix version. Now, when Blinding Lights came out, yeah, it was good, I liked it. I just felt there was something missing in that song. And I realized what that was. It was actually a feature missing. So when, again, there was a surprise drop with Blinding Lights, with Rosalia, and having those nice Spanish lyrics in there, that Spanish sort of vibe, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Way more thoroughly than I did with Blinding Lights as the original version. Rosalie has this different sort of kick when it comes to collaborating with different artists, especially artists from, Hollywood. But I like the song more now. I've actually enjoyed it thoroughly this time. With this song, however, I do like to say, I wish there was a music video. And I know Blinding Lights has its own official music video. It's about drunk driving and so on. But with Rosalia, it changes it very differently because the lyrics are done in a very different way. They say something else instead. This song I have probably listened to maybe 10 to 20 times since its release, which is a fair amount. But I do wish it was promoted a bit more. I do think this version, not a lot of people know about it. So my next song is number 6. This is X featuring Karol G. Now this song was very different, when the Jonas Brothers released it. They had different back-to-back single releases this year, not really part of a full album as such, but they released What a Man Gotta Do and X, and then they released 5 More Minutes. But out of the whole lot, this song was the one that stood out a lot to me. Definitely not very pop-ish sort of song. It was very upbeat. I think it had its own sort of unique twist with Karol G stepping in and doing her part in Spanish, but it definitely helped showcase a bit more vocals from both Nick Jonas and Joe Jonas. And we do have Kevin, who just loves to do all the instruments in every song, and I do wish to hear his voice as well in the song too. However, I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But this song really stood out to me this year, and it has been on my playlist. Next song is number 5, and this is Rare, the title track from the album Rare by Selena Gomez. Now, what can I say about this song? I actually heard it a couple of years ago. It was leaked. It was uploaded all over YouTube. Slightly different versions of it. There was a demo version, there was a high-pitched and low-pitched version, but I never really heard the full studio version as it is right now. And when I heard it, I instantly loved it. It didn't remind me of the song I already heard so many times before because it was distinctively different overall. But the lyrics are great, Selena is expressing to the guy that she loves that, why don't you recognize I'm so rare? At the same time, she just wants to let her mind know that why don't you recognize I'm so rare, and what is it about me that you do not recognize? And she knows that she's not special. She's not like a special case. At the same time, she's yearning for that attention, that love, that every girl deserves. So lyrically, it's beautiful. The melody of the song, fantastic. I'm in love with it. Do I think it's the best song of the year? Not entirely to the best, but it's definitely number 5. I do think it had a constant sort of beat throughout the song, and that could have definitely been improved a little bit. But besides that little one flaw, the song is rare. So number 4, we have the song 911 by Lady Gaga. Now, I heard the song when the album released. There was no music video at the time, it wasn't an official single, and this was immediately the first song I actually saved in my playlist. I did not want to hear it more than once to think I need it in my playlist. I knew it just from the first listen. Very different, again, very upbeat, just like any other song I've talked about so far. But Lady Gaga's vocals really shine through to this one. She sang a story about her own experiences and antipsychotic pills that she's been taking. Do check out my reaction to 911, by the way. The music video, the link is down below in the description. But yes, back to the song, it's fantastic. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I loved listening to it. In fact, it's actually one of my family's favorites as well. But this is probably the best song of her album this year, for sure. So number 3, we have the song Souvenir by Selena Gomez. This was part of Rare Deluxe, the digital version. Just when we thought, Selena was completely done with Rare and the whole Rare era, she released, after 3 months, a deluxe version with 4 new songs in there: Feel Me, Boyfriend, Souvenir, and She. And this is one of those songs that really, really stuck to me. I've heard of Selena Gomez reaching different sort of vocals, or layers of vocals, or ranges over the years, from singing in a very low pitched sort of sound in Bad Liar to having almost mid-range in every other song that she's had, and almost being speaking / singing in most of her songs, which I am a big fan of. But there was that one song where I wanted to hear a slightly high-pitched Selena Gomez, and this song showcased that to me, but in a very beautiful, melodical way that you can imagine what she's trying to say. There's a story that she's trying to tell, and the song, it goes like, "You're giving me chills." This song really did give me chills. It's one of those songs you don't listen to every day, but when you do listen to it, you have a certain mood and you just switch your brain off for 3 minutes and you listen to the song, and it just makes you feel refreshed, rejuvenated in some way. I don't know how to explain it properly, but this is one song I feel should have been pushed a bit harder to be released as a single. I do see this having a lot of potential. Instead, it was made as an official soundtrack to one of her movies that she was producing. Boyfriend, on the other hand, was another song that she pushed as a single, and I do think that was a great song. However, I do think this is much better than Boyfriend. So number 2, we have Levitating. So I did say earlier that there will be one more Dua Lipa song, and there is. Levitating was, again, one of those tracks in the album that was just an album track when the album released, when Future Nostalgia released. Hallucinate and Levitating were 2 songs I was contemplating. Which one's my favorite? But over time, Levitating became my favorite, and I was so surprised and so glad to see that this was also becoming an official single. And it didn't just become an official single in one version, but more than, I think, 2 versions, 3 versions. We've seen one remix version by the blessed Madonna, who worked with Dua Lipa to release a remix version that featured Madonna and Missy Elliott. As much as that song was good, we came across another remix version, which was Levitating, featuring DaBaby, again with Dua Lipa. But I feel, for me, the original sounds way better. Madonna might be great, Missy Elliott might be great, DaBaby might be great. They can work with Dua Lipa, but on this song, I prefer just her vocals only. And this is actually a top 5 song in the UK. So I'm really glad that this song has done quite well and has got the attention it deserves as well, worldwide. This song, very much pop, very much upbeat. It does make me feel I'm levitating as well when I'm listening to the song, like I'm flying in the air. But it's one of those really enjoyable songs, and I do encourage all of you to listen to the song if you have not heard already. So number 1 is this song here, Rain On Me, with Ariana Grande. Now, I did say, when I said 911 being the best Lady Gaga song of the year, that is true. I'm talking from a solo act, but as a duet. Rain On Me is the best song with Ariana Grande this year that Lady Gaga has done. Again, I loved seeing the music video. It was fantastic. I'm so glad that they've managed to do that music video with the whole pandemic going on. But it was released earlier this year, and I thoroughly enjoyed the song. I think I got to see a part of Ariana that she has not had done so far with her current music, which was just singing in a different way. And I don't have to explain that in words, but she went out of her comfort zone to do this sort of song. And I think Lady Gaga had also given her advice, just, forget whatever you've done so far, sing in the way that you want to do and that you have not done so far. And she did. Lady Gaga, however, I feel this has been one of her strong songs, in her recent discography. I do think this song showcased a lot of musical talent for both of the leading ladies. Definitely one of the best songs you can just dance along to and sing along in the radio. And I'm so glad this was number one in a lot of countries, in the UK, in the Billboard charts as well, in the US, Canada, Australia, anywhere. It has done commercially really well. And I do think that's just not because of the names of Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga. It's because the song is actually quite good. It's quite enjoyable, quite fun. Definitely the best song of the year for me. You don't want to know how many times I've actually heard it because it's insane, it's crazy. That a lot of my friends are also a fan of this song as well. So guys, thank you for watching. This was my top 10 songs of the year. Do click on the subscribe button as well for me, please. Click on the icon, the bell notification icon as well, so you're alerted of every single video I upload. Do give this video a big like as well, and do comment below what your top 10 songs are, and it'll be interesting to see what has changed your 2020 and what songs have really kept you going on, what you found upbeat, or not necessarily upbeat, but you just thoroughly enjoyed.